Hey guys, it's your girl Teddy back with another video. So I'm filming the Instagram Baddie tag. If you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So of course, I'm starting by priming my face with MAC's Natural Radiance Primer. After that, I'm going to follow up with the matte gel. Again, I like this because it helps to keep my oils away. I'm starting to apply my Studio Fix Fluid in NC50. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush to buff that foundation into the skin. Now I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Duo brush. It's similar to the number 12 brush, and I'm using MAC's Fluidline Brow Gel Cream in Deep Dark Brunette. This is probably my favorite brow product at the moment. It's awesome. Like it's so easy to use, it's fast, and I like the results that it gives. Brows on fleek, no. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. They really are on fleek. And I didn't even conceal them yet. Woo! Now, I couldn't find my NC45 concealer, so I'm actually concealing with my Studio Fix Fluid in NC45. But I'm going to use that concealer anyways to, and a flat definer brush to clean up underneath my brows to give it a really clean and crisp look. Now, before I apply my eyeshadow, I'm going to use MAC's Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base Primer, and I'm going to apply that on my lids, and that will keep my shadow on my lids longer, and it does also prevent any creasing. After that, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Cobalt and apply that all over my lid, and then blend that out with a Deluxe Crease brush from Real Techniques. That's pretty much another base. That's to help the blue color that I'm going to use pop. Now I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, and I'm going to use the shade Dusty Rose with a blending brush, and I'm basically going to begin the transition, putting that in my upper crease area. Now I'm using another pretty color from that same palette in the shade Blue Velvet with my MAC 217 brush. I'm applying that on the edges, or the outer corners I should say, of my eyelids and the inner corner of my eyelids, because I'm going to try to create I'm going to create a halo effect with this eyeshadow. I want to make sure that first color, Dusty Rose, is really diffused. So here I am with the 217 brush in that same shade, Blue Velvet, and applying that in the outer corner of my eyelid and also the inner corner. And I'm kind of like blending it inwards so it's diffused very nicely. And then I'm taking it into my inner crease area and connecting it there. So I start on the outer crease, then I go back to the inner crease, and then I connect the outer and inner crease. Saying it didn't make much sense, but watching it makes sense. Now I'm gonna use a nice shade that I got from Makeup Forever. It's one of their artist colors, and it's the 216 shade. electric blue. So now I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette again, and I'm taking the shade Unicorn just to lightly diffuse my inner crease area. And then of course I'm going back into the palette with that Dusty Rose shade and my crease brush, and just going back and forth to kind of blend that color out a bit. You gotta blend, 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 blend. I'm taking the shade Buttery from that same palette and just using a small definer brush from Real Techniques and applying that under my brow bone to kind of diffuse any harsh colors. And then from there, I'm going to go into the MAC Amber x9 palette with the shade Rice Paper, and this is going to be my actual brow bone highlight. So I'm applying this over Buttery. Now, as I mentioned before, I couldn't find my concealer, so I'm using my MAC NC45 Studio Fix Fluid as a concealer with a MAC 195 concealer brush, and applying that under my eye area. I'm going to apply that on the bridge of my nose and on my forehead as well. And I'm going to blend all of this out with my Beauty Blender. And this is another step, you gotta blend, blend, blend. If you do not blend your concealer out properly, or in this case, my foundation, it will look really patchy, and girl, you don't wanna look patchy. You wanna make sure everything looks nicely diffused and blended in together. Now, after I'm done blending out my life, or blending my whole life away, I'm going to jump into the Ben Nye Luxury Setting Powder in the shade Banana. And I'm going to apply that powder to the areas that I've highlighted, or I should say the areas that I've concealed. So I'm applying that under my eye, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead area. So I'm going to blend that powder away with my Mineralize Skin Finish Powder in Dark Deep. I'm taking a tiny drugstore eyeliner and putting that in my waterline. I know, guys, I haven't purchased a new eyeliner and I clearly need to get one. And I'm taking that Blue Velvet shade again, and I'm just taking a napkin because these shadows do tend to fall out and I didn't want it to get on my concealer. Now, after that Blue Velvet shade, I'm going back into the palette with Unicorn and a pointed pencil brush to blend that out. And here I am now contouring with MAC's Studio Sculpt and Shape Powder in the shade Definitive. And using my favorite blush right now, it is Bella Amore by Milani, and just putting that on the high points of my cheek area. I didn't realize how funny I look putting on blush. And here I am cutting my contour. Now I'm going into the BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant palette. I couldn't decide what color I wanted to use, but I decided on the bottom right, as usual, and I'm putting that on the highest points of my cheek, so just above the blush. And I decided that I'm going to use the bottom left color as well to just give it a bit of a pop, a little shring, so Sandy Beauty calls it, that shring. And putting that on my nose as well, and just the top of my lip. And now I'm dusting away that banana powder that I had used to cut my contour. And I went back into the Wild and Radiant palette and I used the same two colors to put in my inner corner as a highlight. Now I'm lining my eyes with my Illamasqua Precision Ink Liner in Abyss. I do like this liner. It's like done now because I use it so often. But it's a nice eyeliner. It's very easy to use. And it lasts pretty long. Now I'm taking my MAC Pro Beyond Twisted Lash Mascara and just putting that on my lashes to set them before I apply the false lashes, which are Ardell Juicy Volume Lashes. Of course, prepping my lips, MAC's Prep and Prime Lip Pencil, and then lining my lips with my LA Girl Lip Pencil in Espresso. And now I'm applying my Sis lipstick by MAC all over my lip. And to finish that off, I'm just taking a random drugstore lip gloss. It's like a metallic-y, mauve-y, nudish color to finish off the look. And of course, I'm using that same mascara to blend my lashes into the false lashes. And here we have it, guys. This is the look. So let me know if you guys like it, if there's anything else you guys want to see. This is my Instagram Baddie video. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys.